Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this Warlords of Draenor Alpha preview video. And in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the introduction to the Horde Garrison experience. Now, this isn't going to go into too much depth, it's just going to look at kind of the basics of the garrison as the Horde side, how you start to build up your garrison, and also what you can gain from doing the first few quests that you'll get given when you're in your garrison. So first things first, when you've completed the Tanan Jungle initial questing experience, which is the introduction to Warlords, you will then be taken to Frostfire Ridge, which is where you will meet up with Duratan, Drekthar and Thrall, and you'll be asked to follow these three NPCs to a nice little peaceful plot of land which is covered in snowy bliss, which you will use as the base for your garrison. Now, once you've planted your Horde banner in the ground, Thrall will walk up to you and open up a portal to Orgrimmar, and this is where he will bring in reinforcements which will help you build the bases of your garrison. And who else but Gazlo, of course. He is the guy that helped, build Orgrimmar, despite it being slightly destroyed, but nevertheless, we will look over that. He is one of the best construction people in the business, despite being a goblin, and he might or might not, trick you every now and then. So once he's been summoned in, you'll then have a few other quests that you will need to complete in order to start building your garrison. The first quest you'll find yourself doing is going around and marking trees to be cut down, because you need resources in order to build your garrison, and what better resource than, wood. So you need to go around the area and you'll see these little flags next to 6 trees in the area. All you need to simply do is place a flag next to the tree, and then a little peon will come along and cut the tree down for you. The second quest you'll find yourself completing is sorting out a little bit of a growling problem. And these are lovely little mobs that are walking around the area where your garrison will be. And of course, you want to live in a safe neighborhood, so to speak. So you need to just eliminate 8 of these Frostfire growlings in order to complete the second quest. Once you've completed the wood chopping quest and the growling quest, you'll then return back to Gazlo in order to continue with building your garrison. When you get back to Gazlo and hand in your 2 quests, he'll then give you another quest to go and kill a mob called Skog. Now, this guy is pretty big and hits pretty hard, and he also has an ability that does deal quite a bit of damage to you, so you do need to make sure you're not standing in the bad stuff as per usual. As an added bonus, Thrall normally does show up and help out with this fight, but based on how many people will be in this area at any one time, you probably aren't going to need any form of NPC help in order to kill off Skog. Once Skog is dead, again return back to Gazlo, and you'll be given the chance to go and fire off some get-to-work rockets, which, is slightly worrying considering he's setting off rockets around what's going to be a wooden garrison, but, we'll look over that. And once you set off the get-to-work rockets, you will begin building your garrison. Now, as you can see, this does come with a shiny little cutscene which kind of flies over what your garrison is as a very basic. I'm sure they're going to improve this or, add bits and bobs to it when the garrisons are actually put into the live realms and Warlords of Draenor is live. So just take what you see here with a pinch of salt. Once your base garrison has been built, you want to head back into it, or into it for the first time, should I say. And this is where you want to go to what is your town hall. You've also got a flight path in the garrison which you can use in order to, get from one place to another, since they're putting in more flight paths in Draenor. Now, go to your town hall and speak to Gazlo, and it's time to start collecting garrison resources. And in order to do this, you need to complete some quests that you get given to start off with. And these initial garrison resources is what will get you going. So the first quest is where you're going to kind of work on getting your blueprints so that you can actually build a barracks. And you can also get resources from killing NPCs that are in the area, such as a big NPC called Grug, or by collecting bits of drudge boat salvage, which doesn't sound too appealing. Just keep in mind that when you do pick up the blueprint for your barracks, you should right click on it in order to learn it, and not just keep it in your bags and be slightly confused as to why you can't build a barracks later on. When you get back to Gazlo and hand in the quest that he's given you in order to gain your garrison resources, He will then give you another quest which will require you to use the Architect's Table in order to build your initial barracks. Now the Architect's Table is the little thing that's right in front of Gazlo, and when you right click it, it will bring up the location of your garrison and the plots which you can build on. Now if you hover over the little yellow information tabs, you can see what each little bit of this UI does and how you can use it in order to build on your plot of land. Just by looking through the UI, we can see what buildings will become available to us as they are currently greyed out, and we can also see that we're able to currently build a barracks which will cost us 350 resources and will take 15 seconds to build. So we click and drag that into the plot of land where we want to build it, and then close down the building UI and follow Gazlo to where you've just placed that building. Now as you can see, the barracks are currently being built, and when the building has been finished, you will need to finalize its construction, and this is done by clicking on a little flag or scroll that will appear in front of that building and is highlighted by a bright world marker. And when you finalize it, you get a nice little cutscene to actually take a look at what it looks like, along with some fireworks, once again around a wooden building. This then gives you a new ability, which is a kind of zone-wide ability called Call to Arms, and when you use it, you're able to call down some forces of your garrison in order to assault an area. So this can be used throughout the questing experience in order to help you if you actually need it. You'll be then given a quest by Gazlo in order to go to High Overlord Saurfang within the Town Hall, and this will then allow you to start a quest which will allow you to gain your first follower, who goes by the name of Olin Umberhide. Now in order to do this, you simply just need to go to the marked area on your map and rescue him from the peril that he is trapped in. When you get to the cave that Olin is hanging from, I guess, there will be a few mobs around that will start attacking you, so you need to kill them off. They're not massively important though, and they don't really deal much damage to you. And once you've killed them off, if you simply click on Olin, it will then start the I'm going to follow you back to your garrison phase. So you've effectively rescued him and broken him down from that bit of string that he was hanging from the ceiling from. And he says he'll meet you back at the garrison, so if you head on back to your garrison, the quest is then ready to be handed in again. When you turn in the quest to Saurfang, you'll then be given another quest in order to do your first mission, and this is done by using the command table that is in front of Saurfang, just like the Architect's Table in front of Gazlo. So in order to send an NPC onto a mission, you just simply right click on the command table and it brings up this user interface again, which has two different sections to it. You've got your followers, which are listed on the left, and also the missions that will be available on the right. Now you can actually click on a mission in order to view what's going on that mission, and also see a list of the NPCs you have, and also play with the filters in order to see which ones are available / what you can get later on in your garrison. So if we go back to the missions here, we can see that we've got the followers on the left hand side again, and we've got the mission that we selected on the right hand side. And it tells you what you are going to be going up against, the rewards that you can get, and it's also got a little section for you to drag your follower into in order to send them on that mission. So since we've only got one follower, we're going to drag Olin into the drag a follower here section, and as you can see, it looks like he's being strangled, and then you simply click on start mission and it will send him off on that mission. Now you can see that it's going to take 30 minutes, and this is real time, so you know 30 minutes have to be waited for, so to speak, and then he will come back hopefully after completing the mission. Now you can see from this UI here that the mission is displayed as in progress. So that's going to do it for this first look at the Horde Garrisons. You know, we've taken a look at how to start building your garrison, a look at the first buildings, how to gather some resources, and the first NPC that you are going to obtain. If you are interested in future Warlords of Draenor preview videos, please do feel free to subscribe to the channel, or alternatively, if you like written text and news instead of videos, then please do feel free to head on over to flaskup.com for all the latest Warlords of Draenor news.